Welcome, everyone, to what is going to be a wet and sloppy affair. The skies are wide open, and we are certainly in for some challenges to ball security today as we get ready for this showdown. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. All right, guys, here's our first look at this offense today. And here comes their leader, Jesse. He just has a way of elevating everybody's play.
And he's a point guard, too. So good at distributing the football, finds the open guys, and he makes this offense go.
Makes it go, and just, you can trust him. Everything is available. You're not playing with one arm behind your back. You got all guns blazing.
Gets it out fast. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there. They'll snap it from the 26 on first down.
And first down for the offense.
He's looking to throw it. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. So, guys, over the last few years, there have been seismic changes to college football. Realignment, name, image, and likeness. But one of the biggest changes, the transfer portal.
Yeah, and now guys that are unhappy or in a situation where they see something that they'd rather be in, now you can leave, and there is no penalty. So a lot of recruiting, Jesse, on other people's teams that go on throughout a season.
Yeah, it's 365, and it's a lot of pressure on coaches to re-recruit their own players as well to try to keep those rosters intact. But the transfer portal completely flips rosters upside down. One team that struggles this year, if they get one key addition, it's a team potentially competing for a national championship next season.
Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Going up top on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Morris. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
The inside handoff. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. The defense is backed up as the offense is in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Gets it out quickly. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
On second down, wants to throw it. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
First and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. On the run, it's Gordon. Runs through a tackle. And I think they'll mark him right at the line of scrimmage. Didn't help much with the breathing room, but on the upside, they avoided the safety. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this.
Had nowhere to go, couldn't get it out of the end zone. He'll take the safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
So after taking the safety, they'll line up for a free kick from their own 20. Secures it at the 30. They make the tackle at the 39, but a really good job by the return team there. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Hand off from the shotgun. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Looking to throw on second down. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. Open runway ahead. All the way in for the touchdown.
This is a special talent playing the tight end position because he's not a guy that's just going to catch flat routes and block. He's a guy you can line up all over the field. He can stretch the field vertically, shows off his speed. He has very rare athleticism for a guy at his position, and he showed it there on that long touchdown catch.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Fresno State dug down deep and found a way to secure a coveted road win. And who knows how the pundits will view this one, but I'll tell you this. It sure beats trying to explain a bad loss. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
This offense has a second down play. On the move, it's Gordon. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
I think you run that play on second down knowing it's going to make third down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. The Cowboys will punt it away on fourth down. They'll look to pin him deep. Catches it at the 30. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Now this offense is back on the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off.
Unleashes one deep. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
That's a great job by the DB playing the ball in the air. You see it all the time. DBs kind of get turned around. The wide receiver goes up and makes a catch. No, sir. DB, great position, knocks the ball down for an incompletion.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Smith. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Little too much juice on that one from the junior.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
Looking to throw it again. Caught over the middle. It's Knox. Makes the easy catch and weaves his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Gonna run it. It's Gordon. At the 35, he's got room. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go. Defense not showing press coverage. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Ford. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. And the Cowboys are moving quickly down the field. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They're going to ride this running back. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down.
And this guy is elite. There's a reason why he starts in this offense. You just saw the speed and the open field running ability on that last play. And this is a guy that is going to be key to the entire season for this offense.
The pull and throw off the RPO. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. DB's right up on the receivers. Looking to pass, it's Bowman coming after him. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
This drive was rolling, and then it got thrown into reverse. Here's a 2nd and 18. Using his legs, it's Gordon. Can't get him to the ground. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. He's picked up 48 yards rushing already. You want to talk about establishing the running game. They're doing that in the season opener. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Great timing by the defense there. Obviously, the offense has the ball in the red zone. You're trying to create a negative play to back them up. They do that with the sack, and if they're now going to try a field goal, that's going to be a little more work for the kicker.
They'll send out the kicker here. The holder will put it down on the right hash, a 33-yard try. And it's right down the boulevard. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return.
And the offense will take over.
Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them in.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
From the gun, the ground game. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. They'll throw it on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Moore. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
You wonder now on offense, have they found something in the run game? Finally, it's been tough for them to get the run game going, but they picked up a nice gain on that last one. Let's see if they go back to it.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
They'll line up for a second down play. The short hand is Smith. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation, and now you're rewarded with the 3rd and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play zone.
Wide open downfield. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They'll give it to the back.
Running back, the ball carrier. Picks up 1. Brings up 3rd down.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Wide receiver shows motion. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Caught close to the marker. It's Smith. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Plows through the defense. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Oh, it goes right through his hands. They had everything set up on the screen except the catch. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, and that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
With the catch, it's Moore. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the 2nd quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
He'll sneak it.
Picks up 1. The offense with a big opportunity in the red zone.
The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They want to throw it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. Saunters into the end zone for a touchdown. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. UMass is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Sam the Minuteman isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by a field goal over Eastern Michigan. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. They'll keep it on the ground. Pulls his way forward. He's up to 51 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form. To throw, it's Bowman. He's going up top. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Off he goes. Inside the 10. Pistols firing. Touchdown, Cowboys. And once he got loose, it was all over.
And that is the first passing touchdown, first of many of the season for this offense. Nice drive by the offense. Way to finish it, take care of the football, make some plays in the passing game. This offense looks like they're going to be a really hard one to stop.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A first down for the offense. They go to the ground. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
It's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. The throw to the outside is complete. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. The back goes in motion. To the air on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Ross. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. It's amazing how fluid and potent an offense can seem when you get a great pickup on first down, and the tight end's a terrific place to go.
Tight ends nowadays are kind of like cheat codes. I mean, they just know so much about right here. Seeing zone, know when to sit it down, boom, positive yards, nice positive play for this offense. Extending the play.
He's got it. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Wants to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Catch in the middle. It's Ross. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Touchdown!
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They put together an 81-yard drive, and he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. The corners are walked up tight. Bully ball on 3rd and short. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
He'll field the punt and look for room. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking to move it through the air. Lets it fly. And this veteran quarterback just overshot his man that time. Well, the timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted and messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes and where it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Caught near the sideline, it's Smith.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the 1st. Well done.
And he's in for the touchdown.
And the offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play, shows off the hands first, got to make the catch first, does the rest, walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Using the quick game. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the 1st down. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. A collision, and he's stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. To the air, it's Bowman. Pressure coming. It's complete on the right side. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. And now the offense will come onto the field again. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Pocket starts to collapse. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And that's what this defense needs to get going. You've given up a bunch of touchdowns. You haven't been great early, but now you finally get some pressure, get the quarterback to the ground. Now maybe start turning this defense around.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the timing just a hair off.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw. And that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. 1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Power football with the run. Shakes off a tackler. Oh, he's got a chance. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Looking for a man. It's Bowman. Still on his feet. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to him. Got it in the middle. It's Gordon. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And that one's way too far for everybody.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away, and that's one he'd like to have back.
Catch in the middle. It's Gordon. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. The Cowboys will line it up on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. He's got it on the move. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He's looking to throw. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Off play action. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Timeout called here by the defense is the first one they've used this half. And here comes the field goal unit. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. It is perfect. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. BYU has the lead right now, but this LaVell Edwards Stadium crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 10 over the Astronauts. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. He's looking to throw. Buys a little time. He finds his man. And they're able to make the tackle. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man quickly. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Trying to find his man on first down. Makes the catch. It's Moore. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Quarterback will audible. On second down, just keeps firing. He's going to let one fly down the middle. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone to take a deep breath and digest what we just saw in Oxford, Ohio. Each of these 2 offenses has looked like well-oiled machines, but it doesn't take a genius to figure out these 2 passing attacks have run circles around these defenses. Man or zone, nothing seems to be working, and I'm not sure that defensive coordinator is going to be able to figure things out here at halftime. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Yager Stadium there on Weed Eubank Way.
We're ready to get it started here in the second half.
To kick this one away.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. He'll try to take it back. Waltzes into the end zone, but he might be dancing the other way. There's a flag on the field. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. He'll try to tack on one more. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Now the play failed. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect the quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect the quarterback a little bit better.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Catches it cleanly at the 20. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line.
Will take over. First
And the offense out on the field to go back to work. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They'll try the running game off the right tackle. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on 3rd and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the 1st down.
You know, you kind of get stuck in no man's land once you get across that 50-yard line where it might be a long field goal, which isn't really high percentage, or do I go for it on 4th down? I like to go for it, personally. I like the aggressiveness. They go for it, and they get the big 1st down.
And that's a great example of this quarterback having intense confidence in his own arm talent. That was not an easy window to throw into, but he had the ability, and he knew it.
Grab near the sticks. It's Morris. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Quick strike complete.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
It's now 3rd down.
Couldn't pick it up on 2nd down. Now they need a couple on 3rd down. The aerial assault continues. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
Really nice job by the defense. The offense has the whole playbook open to them on 3rd and short. They try to slip in the screen. Did not fool the defense at all. Nice stop by the defense.
Wide out in motion. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. Offense set on 1st down. The DBs will back off a bit. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down.
But we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
And I want to be a team that can run the football and be physical, especially on 2nd and inches, buy myself some space, coming out of my own territory. The defense met the physical challenge. Now 3rd and inches, this offense needs to be more physical.
And the Cowboys have a first down.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet. Right there, I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on 3rd down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's 3rd and long or 3rd and inches, you just have to go execute, and they do it there.
Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Dropping back, it's Bowman. Finds a soft spot in the middle. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down. The Cowboys look to keep this drive humming. Looking to go up top on first down. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
These corners going to give them some space. The give to the back. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Safe completion on the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. And the Cowboys will punt this one away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Fair catch called for and made. Here comes the offense onto the field again. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Ross. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Got a man, it's Moore. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. This time they'll go to the running game. Smashes through. And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a first down. Really want to try to pick up at least half of the yardage needed on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. Gets away. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact.
It's really frustrating for a defense when you cover that first play and you knew it was going to be a pass, you cover everything short, but then the quarterback just makes something happen. I mean, just good luck trying to get him. That's why he plays QB. That's why he's so dynamic.
Quickly complete. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
First down for the offense.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. They've put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up. Buying some time as he moves left. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. He wants to throw. The sure hands, it's Smith. Good throw and catch, takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
Snags it. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They'll run play action. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, this quarterback's been lighting it up. I think at this point of the game, this defense isn't even expecting run. They tried to go play action down by the goal line to freeze the defense. They didn't bite on it, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
After getting nothing, would they try to throw it again on 3rd and 1? Fast motion from the offense. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Quarterback moving. And he'll take it in for a touchdown.
Game 1, you want to come out, put drives like that together, score a bunch of points, and especially at home. Give your home crowd something to get excited about. They have today. They've been jacked up, and they're going to go 1-0.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Kansas State is going to enjoy the trip back to Manhattan after a rock-solid performance. And you take care of business on the road and you stack wins there in Bill Snyder Family Stadium, and suddenly it's quite the resume. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Gonna let it fly. Makes the catch down the right side. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Flores. Quick completion on the out route. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma State.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And here's the return. Didn't find... And kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
And you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
Has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
And you're going to hear this guy's name a lot. They're going to ride the big fella. He's such a stud. They're going to build the offense around him. This is just game one, but you're going to get a lot of big runs from this cat.
To the ground. He's got it again.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it then? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
Here's the handoff. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
Crosses the 40, gets it down to the 35 before he stopped, a gain of 6. Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clobbered.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Keeps looking downfield. Across the 25, he's got room. Oh, the ball's out. How about that alert play from the defense to corral that fumble? And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Well, it looked like he was going to get the first down there. You're the quarterback, you're the coach, you're thinking, all right, fresh set of downs. Offensive coordinator's already looking at his play sheet, getting ready to dial up the next play, but not so fast, David. Defense comes away with a massive takeaway.
Huge takeaway, and think about it. You're trying as hard as you can to get him down, stop him on this fourth down, get the ball back. He gets the first down. It's a little bit demoralizing, but because you're running to the football, you get a hand on it, you get the football out. Now you get, it's like stopping him on fourth down anyways, because you got the ball and you're getting it back to your offense.
Gets it out fast. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Oh, boy, this freshman quarterback has a hose. Did he zing that thing in there? He'll come out throwing on first down. Unloads it left. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Ready up. The Cowboys with the 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Feeling